Hey guys, I'm Mason. I'm a completely blind wrestling fan, and this is my podcast, Wrestling in the Dark. Today, I wanted to bring you my predictions for this Sunday's pay-per-view. It's WWE's biggest party of the summer. It's SummerSlam. So, if you want to know what I think will happen and how good I think it'll be, stick with me as I take a look through the SummerSlam card. We're going to be getting the in-ring debut of Bray Wyatt's new character, The Fiend, as he goes up against Finn Balor. This one should be a really cool one, an interesting one, but also one that is pretty much a foregone conclusion. We all know that Finn Balor is taking some time off after SummerSlam, and that basically means that Bray just is winning this one. Don't get me wrong, he really should win this anyway, because The Fiend is a brand new character and he really needs some momentum behind him. They do not want to do what they did with the older Bray Wyatt version of just having him lose and lose and lose. He's looked really strong recently with applying the mandible claw to Mick Foley and to Kurt Angle, and now going up against Balor, he could really come out looking strong after this one, and I just think that he needs to destroy Finn Balor. He really needs to just beat him all around the ringside area, throw him into the barricades, all the good nasty stuff, maybe dump him on the apron a couple of times because that's the hardest part of the ring. He just really needs to just brutalise Finn with this. If Finn's going to take some time off, they should just go the whole hog and have him properly written off, have him taken off in a stretcher and we don't see him for a little while. I just think that would be a really strong way to have The Fiend come out, have his in-ring debut, and end up looking like a real vicious bastard afterwards. So yeah, Bray Wyatt goes over in my opinion, and I reckon it'll be a solid 4 in the quality ratings. Only Lorcan won a 6-pack challenge on 205 Live, and now he gets the chance to take on Drew Gulak for his Cruiserweight Championship. Gulak wins in this one, in my opinion. He's only just won it, needs to carry it for a little bit longer, needs to build his character a little bit more and build that prestige of the 205 Live brand under his leadership. Only Lorcan, I'm a fan of. I think this will be a really good match. Personally, I do hope that they put it on the main card so I actually get to see it, because I think that this could be a solid 4+, maybe 5- match, maybe even a solid 5 match if they can just give it that enough time, etc. So yeah, I think this one will be really good. It's Drew Gulak versus Only Lorcan, and I definitely think Drew Gulak comes out with the win. Trish Stratus returns to take on Charlotte, and a lot of people think that this is a lock, that it'll be Charlotte because, she needs the win and it'll make her look a little bit bad if she loses against Trish, but I think that she's going to lose against Trish. I really do think that Trish will come out on top with this one. I don't know why, I'm really not sure, but I feel like they might try to go for Trish versus Bayley later down the line, and I just think that they might want to build her up a little bit more. I don't know why I feel like this isn't just a one-time appearance. I really do have this feeling that it's going to build to something, and as much as Charlotte could win this, I don't think it'd make her look particularly strong. She's not in the best position at the minute anyway, so a loss to Trish Stratus won't necessarily make her look too bad. You give a legend a win, you'll probably get a decent pop out of it, and this should be a really good match. I'll predict a 4 on the quality rating for this one, although I do think that it'll probably be one of the better women's matches on the card for definite. Really looking forward to seeing how Toronto reacts to Trish Stratus though, and looking forward to this match in general. Just don't think Charlotte's going to pull it off. I don't know why, I've got a gut feeling and I'm going with it. The United States Championship's on the line as AJ Styles defends against Ricochet, the man that he won it off. Now, everyone seems to think that Ricochet needs this win because they don't know where he'll go afterwards, but I definitely think that you need to keep that title on AJ. He needs building up. You've just got the OC back together. They seem like they're actually trying to put some weight behind the OC, what with giving Gallows his face paint back, etc, etc. I just think that they're all in on the on the OC at the minute, and I just think that Styles will come out on top of this one. I think it'd just really kill the OC's momentum if Ricochet came out with the win on this one. And I think there's plenty of things that you can do with Ricochet, because lots of people say that he's over right now and the loss might kill his momentum a little bit. But I'd like to point out that Ricochet didn't get over because of a championship. He was sort of already over from NXT. People enjoyed his stuff with Aleister Black, then they enjoyed his stuff with Cesaro, and there's so many people out there that he can go and have a match with. If he has a match with someone like Buddy Murphy or a Nakamura or something like that, there's a lot of people out there that he could have a match with, and I don't think that a loss to AJ Styles, especially not one that may have the OC involved in some form, I think just won't hurt him at all. So Styles comes out with the win on this one. I'd like to think that this could be a really strong 5 match, because it's what it should be, but I'm definitely going to go with this being more of a 4. I'm not even going to say 4+. Last time these two faced off, the commentary really didn't do a good job for me. In fact, I found it very, very frustrating. So hopefully they do a little bit better this time. But I'm going to go with a tentative 4 on the quality rating. Bayley will be defending her SmackDown Live Women's Championship against Ember Moon, and I think that Bayley will come out with the win on this one. I don't know why, but I just can't see them giving it to Ember Moon at this point. She really hasn't had that much momentum. The stuff that I've seen from her I haven't really enjoyed. Like, I saw quite a lot of the online YouTube stuff that they were releasing with Ember while she was having her little feud with Fire and Desire, and I really didn't connect with the promo ability of her, and I'd just like to see where else they could go with Bayley on this one. I don't think that it's time for her to lose it yet, and I think that there's plenty of other opponents that Bayley can take on, and I don't know where Ember Moon can go after this. I really don't. But I'd like to see her team up with Carmella. They seem to be actually trying to put some stock into this Women's Tag Team Championship scene, what with the Fatal 4-Way elimination thing that they did on Raw. And I think that Ember and Carmella versus Nikki and Alexa could be a really cool feud, and so yeah, I just think Bayley comes out with the win on this one, and I don't think I can't see it being a very good match. I don't know why. I'm sure in ring I think it'll be really good in ring, but I can't see the commentary doing it justice on this one. I can see a lot of Byron and Graves bickering, which always makes the filter just of the match just annoying and frustrating. It's just going to be Graves and Byron bickering and Phillips desperately trying to call a few moves, and I just not got a good feeling about this one. So I'm going to say a 4-, maybe a 3+. But Bayley definitely retains. Goldberg versus Ziggler. Goldberg wins. If they do this right, this one could be one of my favourite ones of the night. It's Becky Lynch defending her Raw Women's Championship against Italia in a submissions match. I really like Becky, really like Italia. They're both strong submissions artists, and I'd really like to see a good old-fashioned proper submission match with these two. I just have a feeling that it's going to be one of those where it's a normal match, other than the end where one of them will get locked in a submission, but I want to see some proper limb targeting stuff. I want to see Becky working that arm. I want to see Natalia going for Becky's leg, and I want the commentary to put that over, what they're doing, how that's affecting them. I want some submission drama, crawling for the ropes, and all that sort of good submission stuff that you can get, because I honestly think that when it comes to submissions, you can get some really good drama out of it, and you can really get people invested, and I think that this could be a really great match. and I'm not sure whether it's going to be, because like I said, I just think that they might have sort of a normal match, and then at the end one of them gets locked in the respective submission and then taps out, but hopefully not. Hopefully we do actually get some proper submission logic behind everything. And I think Becky will definitely come out with the win on this one. She's just been revealed as the 2K20 cover star, along with Roman Reigns. And I just can't see them taking it off her yet, especially not with Natalia. I'm a big fan of Natalia, but they don't necessarily have the most faith in her, I don't think, and I can't see them giving it to her over Becky, not even in Toronto. So as for quality ratings, I'm going to go with a 4+. Kofi Kingston puts his WWE Championship on the line against Randy Orton, and this one is one of the ones that I'm least interested in, I'm not going to lie. I wasn't a fan as a kid. I never really saw the Kofi Randy stuff. I understand that it's cool that they're playing up on that storyline again, and I really do appreciate that, because I'm sure for people who were fans around about that time and watching, I think that would probably be a really cool callback. But for me, I'm not a huge fan of Randy Orton, and I just think that this probably could have, I think Kofi could have been up against any number of other people that would have been more interesting. And I would really, really be disappointed if Orton was to come out with the win on this one. I don't think he will. I'm going to make my prediction that Kofi retains. But I imagine if Randy won now, it'd just be that whole Bray Wyatt thing all over again, like when Bray just totally should have kept the WWE Championship and Randy won, and it'd just kill my interest in it. It'd kill Kofi's title reign, because it'd just end in such a frustrating way. So I'm definitely going to go with this one being Kofi, and I think quality-wise we'll be looking at another 4+ match. Seth Rollins attempts to get the Universal Championship back from Brock Lesnar in what will probably be the main event. I really can't see Seth coming out of this with the win. I've learned not to bet against Brock Lesnar when it comes to these sort of things, so I'm definitely going with the Brock Lesnar retention. I'm not really sure of any way that Seth could come out of this with the win, unless maybe they wanted to go with getting Becky involved. They could sort of play up on what happened in the WrestleMania match between Seth and Lesnar with the low blows, and maybe Becky could come down and low blow Lesnar and then Seth would win, but I really wouldn't want to see that happen, because I think it'd make Seth look like a complete idiot. I really think that this will just end up being one of those, Seth goes to Suplex City, gets thrown around, German suplexes, all that stuff, and then Lesnar comes out with the win. I'm not got high hopes when it comes to the quality rating either. I think it'll probably come somewhere around like a 3+, just because I'm not that big of a fan of Lesnar. I can't see the commentary doing that great of a job with it either, so I think this will probably end up being one of my least favourite matches of the night. I really would like to see Seth win, because I way prefer him as champion. Seth and Drew McIntyre have been advertised for post SummerSlam appearances, so it'd be pretty cool to see Seth as the Universal Champ again and Drew McIntyre going after him. But again, that just raises the problem of what do you do with it, because Drew could really do with a win against Seth in that situation, and I'm not sure whether they want to just hot potato the Universal Championship between, Seth loses it to Brock and then he wins it back, and then he loses it to Drew and then he goes after Drew for it again. It's just, I'm not sure where they're going to go. But like I said, I'd like to see Seth win, but I don't think so. I just think it'll be Brock Lesnar. Those were my predictions for this Sunday's WWE SummerSlam pay-per-view. If you've enjoyed this video, let me know, whether it's something as simple as clicking that like button, whether you have your say in the comments section or on Twitter at Mason_WITD, or whether you hit that subscribe button and the notify bell so that you never miss another episode. Let's be best mates. Right guys, I'm off, and you should have a good one.